3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Well, hello, everybody. It is Wednesday on the Dennis and Andy Show, live from Charlotte, North Carolina, the Dennis and Andy Show.
Wow. I like that.
You do.
Live, it's Wednesday night.
That's right.
I feel like we're ripping off somebody now. Don't know who that was.
I don't know who it would be. It's probably a show that used to be funny. What's up, everybody? Woo is correct. So today is obviously New Comic Day. It is, we're going to review the movie Don't Breathe 2. Don't Breathe 1 was awesome. And then we are going to, well, this isn't actually the order. Then we have an article of the most cringy moments and recent comics, modern comics. Yeah, within basically the past 5 years, the most cringy moments. So we'll see if we agree.
And we're going to unpack Cobalt. Since I got that in the mail today, so we can see some of the goodies.
Cobalt. What's first, though, Dennis?
I know. So you all know, and I know some of you are on watching live right now, that we've had a contest running since... We have. Since Batman, remember when Batman Fortnite 0 Point came out? Andy and I got these, and this really wound up being a really cool story. We've done quick flips. We've done full reviews. This wound up being a really super cool, unexpectedly good story.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And the cool thing was neither Andy nor I play, Fortnite. We just got it for Fred.
What's up? How are you? Thank you for joining.
Yeah. So with that being said, what they did was they included codes in all 6 issues, and the codes gave you something cool. It was like a skin or a utility, something cool. And if you got all 6 of them together and you put them together, then you got that really cool armored Batman. Ooh. So what we did was, since, Andy had all 6 codes lined up and ready to go, we put out a code where all you guys had to do was drop a comment in our videos for the entire month of August, and we were going to really show the winner today. And we will be showing you that right now. We've got one winner we drew. There were a couple of you that were real troopers that loved posting, had some comments, sent some personal ones. But this wound up being the winning video, Sacred 6. And the comments were the winning one. Drum roll, if we had a drum roll, please. And the winner is...
Oh, I'm getting there.
Mr. Oh,
wait.
Come on.
Hold on.
Roll it up.
There it is.
And Friendly Friend wins the hashtag codes giveaway. Now, Friendly Friend, you need to be able to contact us. So drop us a line in here. He's on.
Oh, he's right here. Oh, that's a stare. Okay, so Friendly Friend, send an email to DennisandAndyShow@yahoo.com. The email is in the link below. the email's in a link in the description below the video. So drop an email there, and we will email you back a screenshot of all the. We're going to take a picture of all the codes.
Yeah, because you guys will know how to do it. It'll have the directions on there, and it'll have each code. And then you'll just go follow the directions in there, because I already got somebody who's been doing it because they play. And it's pretty easy. You lock in there. We'll send you all 6 screenshots. You put them in. They've not been used, and you guys should have some fun. So congratulations. We appreciate you all who were doing it, and it was kind of fun. I enjoyed that. So
it was a fun little contest.
Yeah, and I think you guys will enjoy it far more than what we will.
What's he say? Got it. Gonna do it. There you go. GG.
Yeah.
So there you go. Awesome. Well, there you go. Well, thank you for doing that. And remember, guys, sharing is caring. And what I mean is, share the link. We would appreciate all the comments and sharing of our YouTube channel we can get. So please do that. And
then we'll hopefully Andy will make it back and be in one of our shows again instead of this clone doppelganger. Did you guys notice anything? I mean, I showed up.
I took my glasses off.
Oh, that's it. That's it. I showed up at Andy's door today so we could get the studio ready, and this gentleman answered the door. So I assume that was his brother Zeke. So this is Zeke Smith.
Fine specimen. Hey, you guys know that jingle. Gonna wash that gray right out of your hair. Gonna wash that gray right out of your hair. Well, I tell you what.
Was that Grecian formula, or is that a touch of gray?
I got me a box of just for men, not women. Men, just for men. No women are taking this from us. Beard and mustache coloring, and I washed that gray right out of my hair.
He didn't just wash it out. He took a Sharpie and went.
This is brown, not black. This episode is sponsored by Just for Men. Wash that gray right out of your hair. Dennis needs to do a Deep Space Nine Playmates Defiant giveaway. There you go.
Oh, if I get an extra one day, I will.
Sent the email. That's what we like to hear. What do we got here? And thank you guys for making the giveaway. And GG to everyone who commented, but unfortunately couldn't win. Oh, there you go. That's cool. Guys, we're going to one thing before we move on to new comics. I got to talk about, for the new people watching, friendly friend talking about you. If you like comics, this is my new campaign for First Man Volume 2 Learning Curve. Get on it now. There are 13 days left in the campaign. It is funded, so the book is going to be made, but the higher we go, the more stretch goals get unlocked for everybody to get. If you missed out on the first book, you can get 1 and 2 right here, or you can just buy book 2, or you can get both versions of book 2, my cover and the Bart Sears variant cover. Get yourself a head sketch. You pick the character. Get yourself a full figure sketch. You pick the character. Of course, here's some pages from it to look at. Pretty. Superhero comics and the way superhero comics should be done. Just fun, lighthearted, but action-packed, full of adventure. Nice little story here of Luke Henry, who's returning back to Earth from the previous adventure. He has to learn to be a superhero and go to college as Luke Henry, his alter ego. And, live with mom and dad still. And they're the only people that know he's First Man. He goes up against a guy named Adonis in this one. Adonis is an AI created by the Fourth World Foundation. Let's just show the stretch goals real quick. Everybody as of now is getting a 4x6 oversized trading card, a metal bookmark, none of that paper stuff, metal, and 7x10 mini print. So that's what everybody's getting right now. But let's get this campaign going higher. Back it now. And if you have backed it, thank you so much. And please share it around as well. I'll just play the video real quick. Yeah. It's First Man, occupation hero, save the world from Monarch, that was volume 1, defeated. But he didn't do it alone. Oh no, he had a little help from Penumbra. Oh, she's vivacious, you guys. Vivacious. Vivacious. Now Luke must face these 4 people. Look at them. They compromised the Fourth World Foundation. The villain known as Adonis. So back at now, 64 pages, square-bound graphic novel, volume 2. Back at now, only on Indiegogo. So go over there. And back it now. And seriously, all your support is, I love all you guys for backing me on this. After 25, 26 years doing mainstream work for every company under the sun, it feels like I'm finally doing my own thing, and it's because of you guys that I can. So, well, thank you.
Speaking of Indiegogo,
yes.
Do you know? Let me show everybody. Look what I got into the mail today. Well, it was technically the other day. Look
right
at
there.
that.
Cobalt.
Oops. Yeah, this is one that we backed quite a while ago, so I was very excited. You know, it looked really cool. It was one. Jake Adams and Erwin J. Arosa, you know, did it. I think the art looks pretty interesting. That's in it.
There you go. Yeah, the art's very nice. It has kind of a painterly look to it. It's drawn really well. I like the color style and the feel to it.
So I have not read it yet. I'll probably read it and then do a full review on it and kind of dig it. I know he's got it up and it's still on Indiegogo and it is in demand. So we got some cool stuff with it because we backed it. I'm going to show you a couple of the goodies that we got. They got some pretty adorable little stickers that they've got. You know, they're pretty cool. He's got Tail End Comics, which is the name of his, and he gave us a really interesting little patch.
Oh, let me see.
Yep.
I could iron it on right here. Or
yeah.
Right here.
And then, can't hear that. These are some metal trading cards. There's one. Here's the other one.
Oh, that is nice. You know, nice thing about a metal trading card is it feels like it's the same gauge of metal as the bookmark I'll be doing, but because it's not as tall as a bookmark, it's really hard to bend. And once again, these make great weapons. So if you don't have a concealed permit for your gun and you don't want to carry a knife, carry one of these. And if a bad guy comes up, you're just like, hold on, let me give you my wallet. And you take this out, you're like, catch it.
Or
you just slice
if you're a nerd, instead of having a nerd protector in your front pocket, you could have one of these bad boys. And if you get shot with the bullet, it goes pa-ting and it would stop it dead. No, these are really nice. So this wound up being really cool. I'm glad I ordered it. It looks great. He fulfilled it very well. Again, Cobalt Atlanta's Thrashing, it's called. I'll probably do the full review this week and let you guys see the up close of everything and let you know how it goes. But it's a nice paper stock. It's got a nice card stock for the cover. Pretty well done. So Indiegogo and Mr. Adams, thank you very much. It was a great fulfillment.
I got to say, those metal bookmarks feel about the same thickness as the steel plate I have in my head.
Yes, I can believe that. And that's why whenever you walk through the airport, it goes boop, boop, boop.
It's from my Nam days. How about you not make fun of a vet?
Wow, you're really old.
Well, that's why I had to wash that gray right out of my hair.
Korea.
I had to wash that. No. I was too young for Korea.
Were you now?
They got me for Nam, though.
All right. So we got next, of course, it's New Comic Wednesday. Wednesday Warriors headed down to the shop, and guess what we picked up this week?
Well, let's find out. Let's just pop this back over here. Of course, this was actually a big week for this guy. The past few weeks, it's been like, oh, I bought one. Oh, I didn't get anything. Oh, I got a back issue. Not this time. Dennis and I both got Geiger #6. I don't know if I don't know if Geiger's doing like Nocterra, where Nocterra #6 came out, wrapped up the first story arc, and it'll come back in December. I don't know if Geiger's doing that or not. Maybe it'll say in the back of this issue, since I buy it, I don't like to flip through it. I like to be, basically surprised. So I guess we'll find out, and we'll have to let you guys know. But this is issue 6.
Geiger's been really good.
Yeah, it's a really good story by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. I'm assuming that there will be a trade paperback after this now for the first 6 issues, so we'll have to see.
I just did a full review of Nocterra, speaking of it, which rounded up the final 6. So you guys can go back and check out the full Nocterra review. And that also is pretty good, really good.
Oh, look, it's an X book by Peach Momoko.
Yeah.
Demon Days Curse Web. That would be a Dennis pickup. I think the art's nice, but I just don't have.
Yeah, I know Peach is a hot commodity right now, and I get it because it's an X book. I think it's fine. I don't. It's not a skyrocket for me, but it's X-Men, so I'm going to get it.
Everybody likes a good Peach, Dennis.
That is true. Even if you're from Georgia.
That's right.
Basilisk. This is on my to-do list in terms of. I'm going to read issue 4 this week, and then I'm probably going to do the full video of issues 1 through 4 of Basilisk. So I've been still picking that one up. And I just released Everfrost, my 1 through 3 review on it. Go check it out, and you guys can see what I thought, because I said I would do it this week.
Lucky devil.
This one wound up being a really cool. I did the review on #1, and it was a surprise. Cullen Bunn did this was a pretty good book. So I'm glad 2 came out this week, because I kind of wanted to see how it was going to go, which direction it was going to take.
Sweet Paprika, #2. So apparently you got #1.
I did, and I did the full review of #1. This was the book. I'm not sure. It wasn't what I was expecting. It kind of took me in a different direction. I don't know. I don't know, because we had a discussion about it.
Oh, yeah, the art's really nice. I like the person's art.
Yeah, the story was a little out there, and it almost had like a bit of manga porn type stuff. It was a bit shocking. Right. And I was on the border if I was going to get the next one or not, and I kind of wanted to see the direction it took. So I sat there and held it in my hand today, and I said, I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see if 2 gets me. Usually I give everything 3. We'll see.
Ooh, this is better grab his attention.
Parasomnia, #3. That was great as well. I really enjoyed the first 2. You can go back and check out the reviews for it. Cullen Bunn, Andrea Moody.
Another one.
Yep. So there's Cullen. He got a couple.
Cullen's getting around.
He is. Been very busy. It's
a busy boy.
Layla Starr, Many Deaths.
Many Deaths of Layla Starr.
This was a fun book. I'm going to be curious. I don't know if this is going to be a 5 or a 6 issue arc, or if they're just going to continue it. This was a book that I didn't think I was going to like. I really thought it was a great concept. The art kind of drew me in because of the stylization. So I've been keeping it. I've been liking it. Very cool. Yeah, I'll probably do a full review on that run.
Lighthouse.
I put that on here, and unfortunately it was not in my poll this week, so I don't know if this one got shorted, but I do kind of want to see. I've been enjoying Jules Verne's, so this has been good, so I hopefully it'll be in next week.
I know you guys are saying, Smith, you said you got more than 1 book. So far you only got 1. What the hell's going on? We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. New Mutants. It's Dennis.
Dennis.
It's enough said. Enough said. Dark Ages. I did not pick this up. Dennis did. I didn't, because one of the books I got was more expensive than normal, because it's a 100-page giant. That's a hint of what it could be. But I did want to get it. So most likely the way it usually goes with me is next week it'll probably be 1 book or nothing. So I figure I'll pick it up next week. I like the guy's art.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks very good. I'm kind of curious about the story. The title. I gotta say the title, Dark Ages, and it's mainstream, Spider-Man and Marvel characters. it has me intrigued from the title alone.
I know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if Marvel's got something here or not.
Hopefully it doesn't crap the bed like Heroes Reborn. There it is. I got the Aquaman 80th anniversary 100 pager. I had to. I'm an Aquaman fan. Love me some Aquaman. I will say this is not the cover I got. We couldn't find the one I got on the website we go to, but I got the one drawn by 80s artist Chuck Patton, who did a lot of work in the 80s on Justice League. He did some Outsider stuff. I mean, he was all over DC in the 80s. Really liked his art. So he did a cover and they had Kevin Nolan ink it. So right there, it's a great looking cover. Not to take away from this one.
I walked in and Andy was curling and he's like,
80 pages. 100 pages. Now here's what's funny. It really does. It's hard for me to believe it was 5 years ago that they put out their 75th anniversary hardcover, which collected like, the best of Aquaman. I can't believe it's already been 5 years because I was like, this is the 80th? I got that book 5 years ago. So time flies, and I wash that gray right out of my hair. What's he saying? Bernardo says, Marvel doesn't have anything on comic. Well, that's true.
And you know what? By the way, because we've been talking about it, some of the Marvel titles for me have been, I'm sticking with the X-Men. I dropped Thor this week.
What is up? No way!
Yeah, I dropped Thor, Donny Cates. It's been, And I'm like, there's been so many good books that have been coming up from the independent publishers that, you know what? Thor gave way. So I'm now down to my X titles, main Star Wars, and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Is this a twofer? Didn't we just do this?
Yeah, I don't know why it's popping up again.
The assistant that we have that sets up our images in our folder is doing a really bad job of setting up the comic images in our folder.
Are you sure about that? It feels like I feel like Atlas lifting the weight of the entire show on my shoulders.
Oh! Those video graphics don't get made by a graphic fairy, Dennis.
Oh yeah, Hellions.
That's a great cover.
It is. Matter of fact, by the way, if I could get a poster of that one, I would put that behind my sideshow of her. That is a really cool cover. I like it.
You think they would do a virgin cover with nothing on it.
Yeah. Well, maybe they did. I'm just not getting the 1 in 100s anymore because I'm not forking out that kind of money.
Hyper Kaiju, thank you for doing your due diligence. Back First Man 2 Learning Curve. There's the link. It's also in the description below, but Hyper is awesome for helping out. Thank you very much.
Hyper is on the line.
He's on the ball. He's not putting two covers in the same folder. Of the same book.
Whoa, here's one I didn't get. That must be Andy's.
This is my third book. It is Almost American. It's by Ron Mars and Marco Castillo. Castillo. So anyhow, I got this. If you guys saw the TV show on FX from a few years back called The Americans, fantastic TV show. It was basically a husband and a wife and their son and daughter. They were Russian spies. The son and daughter, when the show started, didn't realize it. And then, of course, as the show goes on, things develop. Fantastic show, set in the 80s. This is a book about a real-life couple. It's a true story about a husband and wife that were Russian spies. And in the back of the book, they have photographs of them and a little interview with them. I love that stuff. The art looks fantastic, so I had to pick it up. So that is one of mine.
And they had none left when I got in there because it wasn't on my list, so I may have to hit a different shop and try and do it.
Nice try, Marvel. You won't trick me into buying your crap books just because you got Mr. Sinister and Psylocke on the front.
I think he's saying that I did get tricked.
I think so. By the way, Andy, the link in the description below for First Man is broken. Son of a bitch! Thank you for letting me know that. I will have to fix that. So thank you for posting it.
Speaking of broken.
I know. Oh. Tarna is a Dennis book. This is it's a one-shot.
It is. It's a one-shot.
See, I didn't know that because the cover, that's not the cover you got.
Well, technically, so when we pull it, this is what it looks like. It's technically the same same picture.
Oh, it does say one shot.
But let him take a look at it.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, you work your magic there.
I'm trying, but you got your big fat hand in my way,
What's
so I
that
can't
got to
see
do
the
with
screen.
it?
I'm trying to find my mouse before I turn everything off by accident. There.
So that's what it actually looks like. So it's a white cover. It's the same picture and everything. They basically just did like almost like it looks like an insert thing on it. It's cool. I really enjoyed the Tarna. This story should kind of give way into the modern story, so it's going to make the segue. It looks good. So I'm very happy that I got that because I've really enjoyed I enjoyed the last Tarna couple of series that they put out.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a one shot. I thought it was a reprint, to tell you the truth, from the magazine. Now that I know it's a one shot, I might have to get it as well.
And I think it's only $2.99.
I do like the art.
Flip it over.
What? Get out of here! It is only $2.99. I can't believe I didn't.
$2.99 for beautiful art like that.
It feels like it's 10 years ago with those prices for comics.
Oh boy, you got a bunch of comments.
Let's see. Has Tarna gone back to the heavy metal version? Yeah, it's the version you see on the cover.
Yep.
Cover image right here. That's what she's wearing. She's even naked on the first couple pages. Ooh, showing boobages,
which
and
means
cleavages.
I will be doing probably
great. So you'll get our video taken down.
So just so you guys know,
Pornmeister.
Let's see, Moths issue number 3 they removed because of nudity, even though the cover's not nudity and it's not, and I'm arguing with them on it. And then the other one was Vampirella. They were saying that was nudity. She's scantily clothed, I will admit, but that is not nudity, nor does it break any of the policies.
You should do a quick flip of Jungle Lords.
Which version?
Oh, the nude one, just to see.
The nude one, it would instantly get taken down.
Well, you should do a quick flip of the regular.
You know what?
one.
Maybe I'll send one with me. I'll do one.
What do you mean send one with you? You don't have a copy?
Not of the nude one.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should do. Actually, that'd be a great test. Do one of both.
Oh,
see,
yeah.
See if one stays up and one
I'll
gets
call it
down.
Jungle Lords,
and then Jungle Lords
regular
Mature
edition, and Jungle Lords
Mature.
Not for children edition, because you don't want to use words like mature.
Oh, there you go.
Because they've got algorithms that are screwing up. So yes, they are taking down some of our videos for breaking it, and it's not. So I have to argue with them. So anyway, long story short, I do post them all, but that's what they're doing to us.
There you go. Telepath's new book. This is Dennis from Upshot. I got to admit, looks pretty good. It's J. Michael Straczynski, Steve Epting, whose art I really enjoy. I told Dennis, give it a read, let me know, and I might have to pick this up too.
Yeah, I got both covers. I had Andy grab me one, and then I got my regular one because I wasn't sure.
Well,
and
that
then
looks bent. Is
that one
on the front? I thought it looked. Oh no, it was just a
no.
shadow.
No,
that's the one I got you.
Yeah, this is the one that Andy got. So this is the other one.
Hold on.
I like both covers actually. So
do
I wasn't sure if I was going to get that one in or not, but it was pulled, and I don't care. I don't mind owning two, so I'm good.
That's right. That's how he rolls.
It
So
is.
Let's get back over here. Oop.
Okay.
Oh, on to the ultra cringe moments from modern comic books.
So
That's
guys,
what we're moving on to. There's 5, right? 5. So we're counting them down.
There's a lot more than 5, but we're going to talk about the 5. So this wasn't something Andy and I put together, and you guys can actually go in and read it. Bounding Into Comics actually put this out, and the article is by John F. Trent. But it's talking about all of this social justice warrior garbage, which is one of the reasons why we're already kind of tired of some of it. What'd you do?
No, I'm going to show what the web page for it is, just so they see, because Hyper Guys U was like, what the F is that? It's from this website, Bounding Into Comics. That's what it is. I'm going to need to read several issues of Savage Sword later as a palate cleanser just for seeing this. I can't disagree. So this was obviously 2016 when Hillary was the crowned victor of the election before the election happened. You got to love comic companies. And I'm coming totally nonpartisan here. Now, you know, if you know me, you know Dennis, neither one of us is a Hillary fan, but I don't give a crap who was on the cover. I don't think it should be on the cover of a comic, because it's like, you know, you see that, and if you're a fan of Hillary, then you're like, oh yeah, I got to buy this, but you're still eliminating half your audience. I mean, half your audience, even if they want to try out Faith and they bought issues 1, 2, 3, and 4, which I highly doubt many people did, but let's say they bought issues 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they were like, I can't wait to issue 5. And then they go up to the shop and they see this and they go, well, I'm not a Hillary supporter. Done. And then boom, you just literally lost some of your customer base.
Well, you know, the interesting thing is, I know some of the shops ordered 100 copies or more of this. And like when it opened, when I was in the shop that day, they sold, I think, 2.
Yep. It's all cringe.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, these books aren't like, I was at the shop today, the book Mom that Image puts out by the chick that was in
Amelia
Game of Thrones. Yeah, Amelia Clark. I'm not kidding. They had a stack. This book came out last week. They had a stack, a good 5 inches thick, of Mom #2 still sitting there.
It's garbage. And if you want to know how much garbage it is, go back and check out our full review of it. You know, it's wow. That's all.
I mean, Savage Dragon putting Obama on the cover when Marvel did it with Spider-Man, and I know Eric did it. It's like, why? Who cares? That's not what I'm buying comics for. You know? Now, I don't mind comic book stories that take place in the real world and feature whoever the president is at the time, because they're just trying to keep it current. I mean, I drew a book back in the late 90s, and I drew Bill Clinton because Bill Clinton was the president at the time. I don't mind that, but literally just going, hey, this is our company and this is who we're rooting for, and if you don't like it, well, you know what they say, if you don't like my politics,
you don't have to buy my books. And people stopped. So anyway, but on that one, in one of the stories, Faith Zephyr Herbert saved a failed presidential candidate, Hillary Clinton, from a superpowered burglar who decided to destroy his own helicopter and send it crashing down on Clinton at a political rally.
Oh.
So, I mean, that's what this is. This one...
So a young, chubby, blonde chick with superpowers saved an old, chubby, blonde chick with no superpowers. That's what I'm hearing.
Again, Faith was the start of the downfall of Valiant. Because even the Valiant hardcores that bought every issue and every cover of each issue started walking away from Valiant. They had brought in, I believe, a new editor-in-chief, and things went to hell in a handbasket. And I don't think they've quite recovered. And I think they've kind of righted the ship now. #2, Modak. How many of you guys remember reading this? Raise your hand. Anybody? Bueller.
Not only that, but yes, let's see who the picture is. Oh, look, they're turning a bad supervillain in Marvel into Trump. Duh, that's original. Heather Antos. Yeah, exactly.
So in 2016, Marvel Comics published their Spider-Gwen annual #1 featuring a story introducing a new Marvel villain called Modak, Modaak, written by Jason Latour and Chris Visions. In it, they turned Marvel's infamous MODOK into President Donald Trump and called him Modak, mental organism designed as America's king. In the final pages of the story, the book just shows a female version of Sam Wilson as Captain America pummeling Modak. Next slide.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just wanted to make sure.
And blow that puppy up.
That's as big as it gets.
You want to talk about cringe? Again, Andy's point,
just once again,
this has no need other than your hatred of somebody coming out into the books. If anybody had done this to Obama or any of the previous presidents.
There was a rodeo clown during Obama's presidency that his whole shtick was he would wear different Halloween masks of presidents. He wore a Bush mask. He wore a Clinton mask, I think they said before that. So Obama's the next president. So he came out during the rodeo stuff and he wore an Obama mask. He was shit canned like within a week. He got fired. This is just ridiculous. Oh, you don't like the president? Let's go out in our comics and make fun of him now because we don't like him. Who's the authoritarian? Last I checked, Trump didn't see this and go, that's it, Marvel, we're coming for you. I mean, it's just so childish is the only way I can put it.
We try not to bring politics and stuff into comics because comics in my world, in my view, is a neutral place where we can all sing Kumbaya and enjoy things and stuff. But that is exactly, this is total garbage. Yeah. And this is why comic books are failing today, particularly mainstream. And manga is kicking the shit out of American comics right now. Manga doesn't deal in this type of stuff. They do something that just fans enjoy. So we are in the predicament that we are in. Number 3.
Hold on.
This one is near and dear to my heart, which you guys will know. Iceman. Again, March of 2016. Are you guys
sensing Dennis has a crush on the Ice package?
All 3 comics so far came out in 2016. So what does that tell you? When did this movement start taking hold? 2016. So remember that. This will be the year of infamy for comics. Marvel turns Bobby Drake, a.k.a. the Iceman, gay in the pages of Uncanny X-Men 600. In order to do it, they don't just instantly switch him. They introduce a younger Bobby, which is actually from, the future. They bring
No, the younger Bobby's the original Iceman. They bring from the past.
From the past to the future.
To the future.
Yeah.
To present. Past to
correct.
Present.
With young Jean Grey winds up in all new X-Men 40, winds up scanning his mind, which she shouldn't do, and said, "Oh, Bobby, you're gay," and admits it. And this is with the scene where that winds up happening, and he's like, "Yeah, I guess I am." And then it follows up with in X-Men 600, the young Bobby confronts current Bobby, who's dated Kitty Pryde and everybody. Oh, it didn't pop in there. It should have.
That's okay.
They wind up talking, and they're going, young Bobby's like, "Hey, are you gay?" "Yeah, I guess I am, and I think Angel's hot." And I was like, oh, my God.
And once again, it's not about there shouldn't be gay characters. Of course there should be gay characters.
But what did Stan Lee say?
But you make a new character. I don't know if that
is exactly what Stan Lee said.
But you make a new character. You don't take one that has had this much history and backstory and retrofit it. That's the problem with Tim Drake. I was talking on a podcast yesterday. Tim Drake has been around since, I believe, the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He has a long history. There's no reason to make Tim Drake gay. However, Damian, Batman's son, is a new character. He hasn't been around that long. And when he was first established, he was like 10 or 12 years old. Now I think they aged him up somehow. I don't know how, but he's an older teenager now. Make him gay. He can be the one that's gay because he doesn't have all this baggage with liking women, going on dates, all this stuff. The light switch didn't go off in his head after dating all these years.
Yep.
And Damian would be the perfect character to do that with. But instead, no.
Right. This is why Brian Michael Bendis jumped on my shit list. When you start retroing, especially my characters from 1963, and you start changing them after all of this time just to check off a box, you've now pissed me off. So anyway, enough on that one. This was a great one. Issue. What's it?
Let's see. They call Comicsgate Nazis, but they pull shit like that MODOK stuff and say, "Don't read my books." Exactly.
Couldn't agree more.
Also, what does going to sleep with the same sex gave to do fighting crime? Yeah, that's just it. None of it even. I was on a podcast yesterday. The guy who hosted it, it was just a one-on-one interview. The guy who hosted it lives in Italy. He's part of Comicsgate, 26 years old. He's gay. And he said the same thing. He goes, "I don't care. It doesn't matter. the sexuality of the comic characters I read has I've never once read these books going, you know, that's cool that Spider-Man just kicked Doc Ock's ass. Who's Spider-Man going to bed with tonight, though? That's what I want to know. News at 6. You know, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal.
Right. It has no bearing. This next one, which everybody out here in our audience probably knows or knew all about it. And you know what? I'm going to read it exactly because the article puts it perfectly.
It's the New Warriors.
While Marvel is yet to publish their New Warriors titles from Daniel Kibblesmith and artist Luciano Vecchio, the company heavily promoted the book back in March of 2020 with the introduction of new characters named Screen Time, B Negative,
all right,
Trailblazer,
not a problem,
Snowflake, and Safe Space.
Snowflake and Safe Space?
They should have added Trigger, and they would have had the complete team.
Well, Trigger's the villain. I mean, come on, Des. Trigger is obviously the villain they never got to because Trigger comes into the scene, and right there, Safe Space and Snowflake shudder back to the back of the group, and they're like, guys, you got this, right? That dude looks pretty tough. Snowflake's like I got to go to my safe space, and Safe Space like, I'm just a little snowflake. Let's huddle together. I mean, how dumb can you get?
The book's writer, Daniel Kibblesmith, you know, if you remember, if you watch the video, he's like, those heroes take those words and wear them like badges of honor.
I would never wear the word snowflake as a badge of honor.
I mean, seriously, there was so much bad press. Remember, Marvel had to, YouTube wound up pulling the comments, and it was so bad. What I did for you guys was I found the original video. I'm not going to show the video because it's a waste of 4 minutes and 35 seconds of our good time. But they do have the ups and the downs votes. And remember, it was so skewed that they wound up pulling the comments and everything. So as of today, all right, September 1st, 2021, that entire original Marvel trailer got 6,400 upvotes. Oh, that sounds like a lot.
6,000.
It got 307,000 downvotes. 6,000 up, 307,000. Do you understand why that this has never been published? Because we, the readers, do not give a crap about this kind of garbage, and we will never spend our money on it. Now, Daniel Kibblesmith got paid a lot of money to do this. Well, money out the door.
That's right.
Good luck.
That is what Snowflake and Safe Space were doing when the book got canceled. They started crying.
And then, of course, this followed right in line, which isn't on here, the Children of the Atom on X-Men, which we have talked about before, and I'm glad that garbage is done.
Is it?
It's the same. Yeah, it's issue 6 was the final issue.
Oh, really?
I couldn't even. I flipped it over to the last page. I couldn't even read it. I couldn't even read it. All it said was the end, so I knew it was done. It was so bad. I couldn't even read the last few issues. It was just garbage. Just garbage beyond everything.
Word up, guys. What's up, brother? Thank you for joining us. Hey, Daniel Kibblesmith is... Oh, that's right. He is writing Blade. Well, that's going to suck.
It is going to suck.
Unfortunately.
I don't know how it's going to be.
It's going to be Blade, and he's going to be in a safe space.
The final one is Alan Scott. Now, he's the Green Lantern fan.
I know. Let's take a character that was created in the Golden Age that has been around for, 70 or 80 years and has been married and all that. And once again,
has two kids
and turn him gay. And it's like, well, I don't know. Here's a better idea. The Green Lantern Corps is freaking huge. Why don't you just give the ring? They already gave the ring or created 2 new characters of the Green Lantern Corps on Earth. Jessica something, I believe, is the girl's name. The guy's name, is escaping me now, but they were in their own book for a while. Oh my God, you just created 2 brand new Green Lanterns. Make one of them gay. If it's that damn important,
Correct.
Make one of them gay. Not a dude that's been around for how many years?
So writer James Tinian actually had Alan Scott say this, quote unquote, "Back in an earlier time, I kept a part of myself hidden from my friends and peers. I even let myself get married a few times to women. I did love with all my mind, but I didn't know that, but I didn't, knowing that there was something about myself that I was hiding away." Why? I don't know. Guys, you can see it for yourself. And he says in the right hand, and I don't think it would be all right to take the job without finally being the whole of myself with my friends and my family.
Ugh.
Again, you took a beloved Golden Age character, you twisted it, you turned it into something it didn't need to be. And I totally agree with you. They keep coming up with new Green Lanterns, and they introduce them. Some are from Earth, some are not. They're from the entire galaxy, universe.
They literally created 2 on Earth.
Correct.
A dude and a woman. So it wasn't even like, and you know, like I said, the woman's name, I believe, is Jessica. I can't remember the guy's name, but they could have easily, right out of the gate, when they established these characters, done a panel on their personal life where, you know, they're saying goodbye to their partner, and boom, there you go. You established it. You don't need to get into this big backstory about it and stuff and all that.
So lo and behold, this was an interesting article, and we can see 2016 was the start of this garbage, and 2020 was really the next wave of it. All I can say is there's a reason why your independent publishers, Comicsgate, your Indiegogo, I mean, that's why all of these things are taking off, because us as the fans are looking to get out of being stuck into garbage. I just want good X-Men stories. You know, save the universe, get involved. I mean, thank you, Chris Claremont, John Byrne, Cochran, for all the great stuff that you have done. But that stuff is being wiped away today, so thank goodness we have alternative methods for comic books.
Exactly.
So anyway, if you want to go into Bounding Into Comics, you can read it for yourself. We just thought it was just a great article that was done, and I think John is actually from Valiant, and they went through it just like a lot of other publishers. So anyway,
there you go. So now we're going to talk about Don't Breathe 2. Don't Breathe, the original one came out, I believe, in 2016. Like I said, I just got the 9 flipped upside down. The first one came out in 2016. God, I can't believe it's been 5 years. And basically the story surrounded this guy. He's an ex-Navy SEAL. He's blind. And these ne'er-do-wells break into his house. Big mistake. And because they figure, oh, he's blind, easy target. Well, lo and behold, not such an easy target. So that was the setup for the first one. So the second one picks up. We'll keep it rather spoiler-free.
We assume a few years later.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They don't say exactly, but we know it's a few years later from the first one.
Yeah, the second one's definitely a few years later from the first one. It picks up with the main character here, played by Stephen Lang. He's the blind ex-Navy SEAL. Obviously, he's an old guy. You know, Stephen Lang's got to be in his 60s. And now he has, we say the girl's like 10 or 11.
Yeah, you would think so.
Yeah.
She's played, her name's Phoenix. She's played by Madeline Grace.
Yeah, she's like 10 or 11. And he's raising her as his daughter, and she's homeschooled, and he's very protective of her. He doesn't let her go into town much, but when he does, it's with a friend named Hernandez.
She was great.
She was fantastic.
Ex-military also.
Yeah, also ex-military, yeah. And then, you see in the trailer, there's these group of guys that break into his house and basically look like they want to kidnap the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just it. They are there for a specific reason. And unlike the first one, they were just trying to steal something. This time around, they don't want to steal something. But there's a really interesting backstory that they wind up getting into with not only the girl, but there was a fire, and then he wound up getting the girl from the fire, but you don't know why until it gets into it. So it's new enough where I don't think we want to give a lot of spoilers, but they do a really nice job of setting it up, you know, of where she is, where she comes from, her parents, what happened to them. And then these guys break in, and we're going to call this a bit of a thriller, a bit of a horror, because that's kind of what
I wouldn't even put
they list it as a horror.
Do they really?
Yes, and I wouldn't quite consider this.
No, it's
horror.
just a straight up thriller, I think. It's fast paced. It's only about an hour and a half, I believe, a little over an hour and a half.
It's nice and tight. Fight scenes are incredible.
The fight scenes are great.
They do one really cool thing that, you know, these aren't going to be spoilers, but you know, the one guy's in there and he winds up, you hear all this tussling around in the garage. The other guys open it up, and there's the guy laying there. He's like, Stephen Lang had super glued his mouth and nose shut, so you can see the glue, and it's all the way down over his nose and his mouth, and it's already set in.
He took liquid nails because they showed the thing. So a little plug there. He took liquid nails. Let's see. Jay Tuff says, if we're reviewing part 2, does that mean part 1? Oh, part 1 is definitely worth seeing. Yes. See part 1 first, by the way, so you get a sense of this character, because after watching part 1, no spoilers, he's not just a straight up good guy. We'll just leave it at that.
I would say in the first one, the characters are all morally ambiguous. So I found it just interesting because usually you got your protagonist, your antagonist, and you always feel for somebody in there. And I had a hard time in the first one rooting for anybody because they're all bad people, you find out, in their own way.
Right.
And then it becomes to what degree. But it was such an interesting way because at the end, you know, you're all sitting there like, unlike a superhero movie where you're going, woohoo. You're like, huh.
Yeah, it's true. And he's a man. You forgot to say, and he's a man.
Yes.
No, in this one, you know, there's a nice little twist. That's what we don't want to give away with the connection between the guys that break into his house this time and what their motivation is. Like Dennis said, the one scene where you see that he used liquid nails to totally glue the guy's mouth and nose shut is great. His buddy comes in, and to save him, he grabs a screwdriver. And I got to admit, I thought he was going to do like a tracheotomy.
So did I, because, you know, we've all seen like good shows where they
the little
stick
slit
it
in
in
the straw. Right.
Yeah.
But no, he takes a screwdriver and he tells the dude, open wide. So even though his mouth is closed shut, he opens as wide as he can. So there's a gap between his teeth, and the dude just pokes the screwdriver right through his cheek.
And you see it
so he can breathe. And then the guy takes a shard of glass, he breaks a glass whose mouth is glued shut, and takes a shard of glass and cuts across the opening of his mouth.
And you see the blood rushing out.
It's just so
gross. This is bloody. This is gory. This is graphic.
Oh, yeah. It's a graphic movie for sure. Definitely check it out. Your Train to Busan was a good... Oh, Train to Busan. Actually,
yeah,
I don't know if you
watched it.
I don't know if you heard this. Unless this was a joke somebody made. I can't remember where I read it, but I read that they're going to do Train to Busan is going to be remade over here.
Oh, I have not heard that.
But then you got to think of, because that's what we do. We take a foreign film and go, that's awesome. Let's redo it over here.
So if you watch Train to Busan, there is a follow-up Peninsula, which is technically the sequel to it. Why would they turn around and do that here? I don't get it.
Is it one of those movies, if you're not sure if you liked it till after you're done? This one? Oh, no. Oh, you were talking about... No. Yeah, no. It's good. Yeah, so if they remake it here, it's going to be, I would assume it's trained to, well, even if they remake it here, well, no.
So
because,
it's got to be a train to
no.
steaming pile of crap. So a train to San Francisco.
Well, it could be train to San Francisco, but they could also make it here, but say it takes place in London or, an English-speaking, city and, whatever.
Don't remake it. That's what we're telling you. Don't remake it.
If you see Don't Breathe 2,
this is good.
Remember to stay till after the credits.
Just going to say, there is an after credit scene like Marvel after the credits.
Right. It's all the way at the end. And the reason I know that, for all you guys that don't know, I have an app on my phone that you can get for your phone. I have an iPhone, so I assume it's in the Google Play Store as well, called After Credits. It's a great app. Every time I go to a movie, I pop that app to see if I need to stay for after the credits. So definitely do that.
And I thought he was joking. He goes, "Oh, we have to stay for the after credit scene." And I was like, "What? Whatever." And he goes,
"Did you tell your daughter about that, by the way?"
I did.
What'd she
so
say?
My daughter had seen the movie before me. And then, because we walked out, I'm like, "Oh my God, they set it up for a third one because of the after credit scene." If you didn't see the after credit scene, you think this movie is done. Kind of like the last Halloween movie when with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Right.
If you didn't see what happened at the end, you would think it's done, but no. But same thing. So I get home and I'm like, "So Elizabeth, what did you think? How about the setup for the third movie?" And she goes, "What are you talking about? They ended it nicely. There will be no third one." I'm like, "Oh, you didn't stay for the after credit scene." "What after credit scene?" "Yep, guess you have to look it up." So fantastic. Stay for it. We're giving our CGC rating. I thought this was a good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. We're not writing it down today.
Oh, I mean, we could.
We could if you want to, because of what I'll do.
I'll write it down. Don't show it.
I'm not. Hurry up. You're so slow. It's like molasses.
You don't want to see
December.
it yet either. You need to tell your score.
I'm not going to tell until you write it down.
On my pen. All right, I got it written down.
All right. I'm giving it an 8.5. I thought it was enjoyable because I saw the first one. If it was standalone, it might not be as good. So see the first one first. I'm giving it an 8.5. The action was good. It was a nice short. If it was a longer movie, I would have been bored. But it was so interesting. And then as the layers of the onion are slowly unpeeled, you're like, oh. And then you really start hating people in here. So 8.5. It is absolutely worth going to see if you like these type of movies.
Hey, what's up, Eric? Thank you for joining. You can't see it. Dennis can. I gave it an 8. So I'm right on target with Dennis. I gave it a flat 8.0. Same thing. It's a tight hour and a half, hour 40. They cut out all the fat, I should say. It's pretty fast paced. I like the build up. Like Dennis said, as the movie goes on, layers of the onion are peeled away. And I really enjoyed it. So, an 8.5, good score. Audience.
So we'd always pull up the Rotten Tomatoes just to see if we're in line or not, because just because sometimes Andy and I agree, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we agree with the critics, not very often. Sometimes we don't. The critics gave it a 40%. They did not like it.
Boo. Because it's not an Oscar-worthy film, guys. It's not an
Stephen
Oscar-worthy
Lang
film.
plays a great character. And I don't mean it as a hero, but a great character that at least you feel his pain and what he can go through.
Yes. Even though, once you learn more about him, he is sympathetic, which is hard to believe.
And again, you have to see the first one first, because he actually says something in this one that makes you go, whoa, wait a minute. He reverses himself from the first movie. And I want to know if they did that intentionally or what. But we won't want to spoil it. But you guys can, after you see it, comment below or email us or find us on Twitter or Facebook and talk to us. Let us know what you think. The audience score?
85%, baby. Right in line.
So the audience loved it just like we did.
8.0, right in line. Joe Bernardo says, whoops, wrong one. I have to ask you both, what did you think of the movie The 13th Warrior? Who was the star of that movie again?
13th Warrior.
I never saw it. I don't think. That's why I'm asking who the star was, because now you're going back. Is that how old was that movie?
Isn't that years? Hang on.
Hyper Guys, I always check a critic scores for Last Jedi and Ghostbusters. If they gave those favorable reviews, the reviews don't count. Exactly. Antonio Banderas.
I think it was Antonio Banderas.
Holy crap.
99.
Oh, 99. Dude, don't ask me about a movie that obscure from 1999. I honestly can't tell you because I don't remember it at all.
You guys remember a movie from 4 weeks ago?
Dude, I don't remember what I watched on TV last night.
I did. I liked it. I think that's one that I owned for a long time, but it was just on regular DVD, so I haven't upgraded, because I'm not all digital. I do like my legacy stuff. That was a good movie. I remember liking that. Just like I liked it as well as I liked the 47 Ronin. So, just kind of going there.
There you go. Guys, thank you for joining us. That is our movie review, our cringe moments, our new comics. If you just joined us like Eric did, please go back, watch from the beginning. Always subscribe, always share. Sharing is caring after all. And
in Friendly Friend, we will check for your email. I'll be taking the shots of them probably tonight or tomorrow.
Yep.
And I'll be sending them over to you. Congratulations on winning the code giveaway.
And back, First Man 2, Learning Curve, my book. It's because of your guys' support that allows me to draw this book. So thank you guys very much for that. And we will catch you guys maybe Friday. Don't know yet. We'll play it by ear.
Why?
You got to get the notifications on. What?
Because why would we not?
Actually, we won't be. We already know that. We're going to see Shang-Chi on Friday. My daughter gets off work. I told her I'd take her to see it. So we're going to go see Shang-Chi on Friday. That's why we will not be here Friday. Yes, be sure to like and subscribe. Thumbs up, please. Got it. Thanks again, guys. You're welcome. Congratulations on winning. Woo!
Oh, hey, do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Congratulations on winning. And not only are we happy for you, but
so are our fans.
So are our fans. Everybody. So congratulations on winning. And guys, we will see you next week with our review
of Shang-Chi.
Until then, rock this out, baby.
Luke Henry kicking ass to the space. It's back on Earth. And now he's looking to save the world foundation. Sure, he had number 4, but she's not helping him this time. He's got to face it on his own. He's coming for a villain known as Adonis. He'll do it. You'll be there. Back it now. First Man